Welcome back. Okay, we just finished our garage door and now we're going to work with windows. The windows work the same way as our doors do. We're going to put some windows up here on our B wall. Since we've done an A door, let's do a B wall to kind of balance this out. Now the top of my window is lined up with the B vanishing point because that's the wall I'm on. I'm going to pivot, yet look, I'm still on my vanishing point, so I can make the bottom of my window. Okay. This is one of those times when having a T-square might be helpful. There are some folks who get very crooked lines when they're trying to make verticals. We're so influenced by all these diagonal lines we see. It's very easy to tilt your ruler one way or the other and not get a nice straight vertical out of it. So sometimes considering maybe a T-square for the actual project might be beneficial for you. So then these are just all verticals, right? So the top and the bottom went to the B vanishing point. All right, we did a sidewalk in 1 point in our last drawing. So let's do it here in 2 point. Our sidewalk would kind of go not only down A Street, but it would turn the corner and also go down B Street. So that means there's a corner to this sidewalk. Well, the corner is probably lined up somewhere squarely with the corner of the building. So I'm going to leave a little bit of room for us to walk on, and I'm going to give a little vertical line down here that represents how tall the step off is into the street. I'm going to treat this like a building. So I'm going to go back to both vanishing points, and this time I truly am going to draw back to both. I'm doing it lightly, but I can erase more of this stuff later. Here I go, going back over here and back over here. So there, we almost have this mini building kind of a feel, right? Now, we want to give the illusion that we could walk on this surface, yet still go around the corner and be on the sidewalk. All right, to do that, we're going to imagine how far up into this building do we need to go until we need to stop, so you can feel like you can walk on the surface as you go around. So about 1/4 of an inch up, I kind of make a little mark on that back wall. I'm going to line that little mark up with my A vanishing point, and I'm going to draw on the surface of my B sidewalk. Looky there. Okay, so again, I came up into the building about 1/4 of an inch, made a little mark, and I lined it up with the opposite vanishing point. And it gave me this feeling now I could continue walking around the corner on a sidewalk behind the buildings. I'm now going to draw a vertical line down here because the front of the building's sidewalk is a vertical. Think of it as a box. That means the back is a box as well, and I can get rid of the leftover. Very cool. Okay. Now, some people might have enough room to do this down here, others may not. I have just a teeny weeny space back here. I'm going to try and line mine up here and see if I can cut mine off. I have very little back there to deal with, but you can do that. You're also welcome to erase some of the lines inside the building, but do not erase the lines outside. The outside tells us that's land and that's sky, and so we need that for the outside of the building. All right, sidewalk cracks. We did this in our 1 point drawing, so we're going to do it here too. So if you are on the A side of the street, your sidewalk cracks are going to come from the B vanishing point. Okay, I always start closest to me, so I'm going to line my ruler up with the front corner of my building right here. See, it's lined up here and to my B vanishing point, and I'm going to draw on the surface of my sidewalk. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to pivot my ruler still on the B vanishing point, and I'm going to keep drawing on the top surface. And I'm going to pivot and keep drawing on the top surface. So I'm going to keep this going all the way down. They naturally kind of get a little bit closer to each other as they go down the street. They're going to feel a lot flatter too as you start to get to the horizon line. Now I'm going to flip. I'm going to start now with my A vanishing point at the front corner of the street, And I'm now going to do the B sides. There we go. Oops, my ruler moved on me. Ta-da! Looky there. And then the sides, just like we did in 1 point, they are vertical, straight over the edge. Okay, so drop those little guys straight down. Somebody asked me, I think the last time we did a 1 point drawing, well, what about this? You would drive into it. Yeah, you kind of would, wouldn't you? So I'm like, you could give yourself, you know, some kind of a curve to kind of represent how it would kind of ooze down or kind of merge into, you know, a slope that would kind of create that goes down into the street if you'd like. So you can give that feeling that you could drive up in there, and that's totally fine.